Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this INIU 65W power delivery 25,000 milliamp hour power bank. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. Let's get this open. We have a contact card. Here's a guide. So here are the specs. It's 25,000 milliamp hours or 92.5 watt hours. The size is 5.85 by 2.87 by 1.34 inches. Weight is 16.7 ounces. Input is 5 volts at 3 amps, 9 volts at 3 amps, 12 volts at 3 amps, 15 volts at 3 amps, 20 volts at 2.25 amps, 45 watt max. So these are the inputs and outputs, and you can pause and read through these if you want to see all the details, but input is 45 watt max, output is 65 watt, 30 watt, and 22.5 watt max for the 3 ports. So it's going to have a high output port and then the lower output ports. And this is going to be your breakdown. Depending on what you have plugged in, it will change the capabilities. So if you're using output 1 and output 2, 3, you can get 45 watt max out of 1, and then 30 watt max and 22 watt max out of 2 and 3. And it gives other examples here. So this has a push out phone holder on it. So if you have this on a desk, you can have it prop your phone up. This talks about charging your power bank. If you have a 45 watt fast charge adapter, you can charge it in 3 hours. An 18 watt charger will do it in 6 hours, and a 2 amp will do it in 11 hours. Of course, that would be if it was depleted. If you're only down a percentage, it will charge faster. This has a display to show you the power level. That's a very nice feature. It says to preserve the battery lifespan, use and recharge the battery at least once every 6 months. Then it has some other tips there too. Okay, so that's the manual. Pull this out. And the packaging, I'll pull this up. And on the end here we have a pouch. On the other end we're going to have a charge cable. So this is a USB Type-C to USB-A cable. I'm adding this little clip in here. I didn't realize there is a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable also in the package, and that was in this little section here. So this came with USB Type-A to USB Type-C and USB Type-C to USB Type-C cables. So you can use these cables to charge the battery pack itself or to charge your devices. So we have the mesh pouch. Let's put that in there and see how that fits. Looks nice. And this has a little bit of a padded feel to it, so that'll protect your battery. So pull that out, press the button to turn it on, and here we can see, a little tricky to see with my bright light here, this is better. So we have 83% battery. So you can see this is kind of flickering in the camera. That's just due to the camera. In person it does not look like it's flickering. So this has a really nice look to it. It's very smooth. And here we have that kickstand. So we can prop a phone up in there like so. Let's see if we can prop it up like that also. So if you're wanting to use your phone while charging it, that's a nice feature. So here's the end of the battery. This first port is in out. So we charge this battery pack with the in, and this is also an output port. And then we have out 2 and out 3, and it also has the wattages listed. So that's nice. It says 65, 30, and 22.5. So if you're charging a laptop with this, you'd probably want your highest powered one. If you're charging other devices, you might, like some earbuds or something, you might use the legacy port or the slower one. It's still, and I say slower, it is still 30 watts. So let's try charging this. I'll plug this in here. I'll plug this into my desktop charger. There we go. So it's currently charging at 0.52 amps. Okay, it just bumped up to 3.09 amps. So depending on the state of charge of this, it can change how fast it's going to charge. But here we're getting a very good charge rate. And this is flashing, so we'll be able to see this number go up as it charges. So that's a nice feature. So let's try charging a device with this. I'll just plug into the USB-A here. Here I have a Nintendo Switch, has USB Type-C port on the bottom. I'll plug into it, and here we're charging. So at the same time that's charging, I can plug in a USB-C charge cable here, and I can plug the other end of that into my iPad using Lightning. So now here I'm charging my iPad and the Switch at the same time, and this thing's not skipping a beat. That leaves us one more port, so I can plug in another USB-C cable here, and I can plug the other end of that into a GoPro. So here we're charging 3 devices at one time. So a battery pack of this size has lots of capacity, so you can charge lots of things, and you can charge bigger things. So if you need a battery pack that you can use to charge, say, your MacBook or Chromebook, this would be ideal, but you could also charge smaller things like earbuds. I really like that it has a display on here. So say you're heading out of the house, you can hit the button here, see what the percentage is. If this thing's down to like 3%, you know, oh, no point taking it with me because it's not charged up. But if I see it's at 82%, I'll know that I have plenty of charge to charge my device devices. And then when you plug it in to charge it, you'll know exactly when it's full and ready to go. So that's the INIU 65-watt power delivery, 25,000 milliamp hour power bank. That's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.